If your business depends on you doing everything, you don't own a business, you own a job. And here's the kicker: more growth will fix that. It's actually just going to magnify it. If scaling your business feels like scaling your stress, it's time to shift. In today's episode, I'm walking you through 5 powerful CEO shifts that can help you stop feeling like the bottleneck, firefighter, or the overworked doer, and finally become the leader your business actually needs. These shifts are the foundation of the transformation I walk my clients through inside the Scalable CEO Academy. And today, I'm handing them straight to you. We're talking how to lead without burnout, what to stop doing immediately, and how to create systems that give you back your time and your peace. Hey there, and welcome to the CEO Shift Show. I'm Carol Surbey, business coach, systems strategist, and the voice in your ear reminding you that you don't have to build your business on burnout. In today's podcast, we're talking about real growth, real systems, and the mindset it takes to scale sustainably without losing yourself in the process. So pour your coffee, open your notes app, and let's dive in to make some CEO moves. Let's start with shift number 1, going from doer to leader. This is the one shift that changes everything. And it's also the one that most of us avoid. Right now, you might be the one answering every question, solving every problem, and carrying your business on your back. It feels responsible, and it's actually keeping you stuck. This shift is about choosing to lead instead of being the one that's doing it all. What that means is empowering your team to make decisions, giving yourself permission to step back so that you as the business owner can actually see further, and protecting your CEO time like your growth depends on it, because it actually does. One of my clients hadn't taken a vacation in 5 years. We helped her build out a decision-making framework, and within 60 days, she was sipping cocktails on the beach with her phone on Do Not Disturb. And the business went well and is still growing. So let's ask yourself, where are you still the doer when you should be leading instead? Here's the thing. Even if you want to lead, it's hard to think big picture when you're buried in a pile of problems. This brings us around to the second shift. So let's look at escaping the grind and the firefighting trap. If your days feel like a never-ending game of whack-a-mole, you're not alone. And I'm going to be real with you. If you're constantly putting out fires, it's not just a business problem, it's actually a leadership problem. This shift is about moving from reaction mode to predictable stability. And that means that we need to fix systems, not just patching symptoms. We need to define roles clearly so that your team doesn't have to guess anymore. And it's about building a rhythm of proactive planning instead of last-minute chaos. One client introduced a 15-minute daily huddle and a Friday planning block. She stopped getting ambushed by problems and actually had space to work on the business, not just in it. So check your gut. Are you solving problems before they happen or cleaning up after them all day long? So now here's the sneaky part. Even when you start planning ahead and putting systems in place, there's still one thing that can slow everything down, and it's you. That's where the next shift comes in, removing yourself as the bottleneck. If your team waits for your approval on every little thing, it's not a system, it's a bottleneck. And spoiler alert, the bottlenecks are usually the founders. This shift is about moving from central control to trusted delegation. And it looks like documenting any process that you repeat, delegating the outcomes, not just the task. For further context, what this means is at the end of the week, I expect X to be done, and let the team figure out how to do that. And using a decision filter to ask, does this need me or does it just need a better process? One CEO I worked with created a basic approval matrix. And within 30 days, her team was handling 90% of daily decisions without her. She even got her evenings back and her sanity. So a quick reality check for you. If your business doubled in size tomorrow, could it run without you? And once you start stepping out of the way, guess what? It reveals the real cracks in your foundation. Because when growth exposes chaos, what you actually need is the next shift. So let's talk about systemize for scale, not survival. So let's be honest. If you're still reinventing the wheel every time a new client is signed on, you're not scaling, you're surviving. This shift is from scrambling through success to scaling with structure. And that means automating everything repeatable. It also means standardizing delivery so that every client gets your best. And it also means tracking what matters because you can't grow what you don't measure. One of my clients added an automated boarding and reoccurring billing and gained back more than 10 hours a week while improving her client experience. So here's a question for you. Is your business scalable or just growing more chaotic as you grow? Now, none of these systems or strategies will stick if you're still clinging to the belief that you have to be the one that does it all, which is why my final shift today might actually be the most important one of all. Adopt the CEO mindset. Your business will never outgrow your mindset, period. If you're still feeling guilty about stepping back, scared to raise your prices, or unsure about big decisions, you remain stuck in that old CEO identity. This final shift is about moving from over-functioning operator to empowered visionary. And that requires letting go of control. It requires investing in your own development and surrounding yourself with people who hold you to a higher standard. One client doubled her prices after making this mindset shift. And her dream clients didn't hesitate. They actually ended up respecting her more. So reflect on this. What belief about leadership or your worth is keeping your business smaller than it needs to be? I'll be honest with you. I started my first company. It was a concrete company in Vancouver, BC, Canada. And I thought hustle was the answer. I thought if I just worked harder, things would magically click. And what I learned painfully is that the business I built was never going to give me the life I wanted until I changed how I led. These shifts are not just tactical, they're deeply personal, and they ask you to grow into the CEO your business needs next. And truth bomb, Identity that built your business will not be the same identity that scales it. Let me say that again. The identity that built your business will not be the same identity that scales it. And that's okay. That's what evolution looks like. So here's my challenge to you. Let's do a quick recap and choose one of the 5 shifts we talked about today. Just one. Write it down and take one aligned action this week that supports it. Just to remind you, here's the 5 CEO shifts. From doer to leader, escaping the firefighting trap, removing yourself as the bottleneck, systemizing for scalability, and adopting the CEO mindset. So your challenge is to pick one, just one, write it down, and take one aligned action that helps you make that shift. If you want to go deeper and you're really ready to make these shifts stick with real tools, accountability, and support, head over to the Scalable CEO Academy and get on the wait list. We kick things off in May, and I want you in the room. And hey, if this episode hits home for you, DM me on Instagram and tell me which shift you're making this week. Better yet, share this episode with a fellow business owner who's ready to lead instead of hustle. This is the CEO Shift Show, where we don't just grow your business, we evolve how you lead it. You've got this, and I'll catch you next week.